All right, we're live.
Howdy. Go game go.
Go game go.
Just before the new year.
Yeah, our last show of the year. How about that?
Yeah, right. It is our last show of the year. And so everybody's dreams are about to come true and eat it 2020, right?
Yeah.
I thought it was a pretty good year. That's me. I got a lot of stuff done and I.
Yeah, personally, I had a good year because got to work from home, which was nice. Hey, look what you frozen, Stuart?
Yeah.
You there?
No, there I'm back.
Okay.
Hi.
Hey, look at that.
Yeah, sometimes it gets dicey here.
Look at this.
What the heck is that?
Nathan made this for me. It's a slime from Dragon Quest.
Oh, sweet.
He has a 3D printer.
Yeah.
He's been printing things all week. He's been doing some upgrades to it, and he's got it to the point where it's really good. I mean, This is just a simple thing, but he just brought out these things. They're kind of like these barrels, and it's got a really nice pattern on them. They come in half, almost like an egg, and you put them back together.
Like monkeys in a barrel.
Exactly.
Yeah. Shut your mouth. Uh-oh. I got to design something with him then.
It's it's really cool, the stuff he's doing.
We need to talk to him about that. We need to come up with the Go Game Go logo.
Oh, that's a great idea. The interlocking G's. Oh, yeah, that would be awesome.
Because you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of a spinner.
Yeah.
That's what it reminds me of.
Doesn't it?
Yeah, so we could have Go Game Go spinners. And I'm so sorry. So sorry you can't see this well, but that's what I'm doing. So I'm checking out my shop.
Yeah, how was everyone's in the chat? How was everyone's Christmas? Any cool gifts?
Yeah, I had some cool stuff. We do DVDs and stuff at the holidays because I like to go shopping for those. So I basically play Santa. So I just get a whole bunch of them, knowing that certain things Christine's going to like and certain things I'm going to like. And for the family, back in the day, I used to get a canister. We had a popcorn canister, one of the big ones, and it was a circus canister. It had a carousel canister. And so then I'd wrap up videos and put them in. And just the kids would open up this huge canister full of movies every year because we're such a movie family.
That's pretty cool.
So, yeah, that's pretty neat. These are things I would have mentioned last time we had a show, and I wasn't there.
You weren't there.
I wasn't. Well, I tried to be there, and then I was there on Facebook. I
don't know if you heard my comment about you. I was laughing because you know how when Papa Pete's doing a show, someone mentions Utopia in television. He's like this. It's like, where'd that come from? And I had to laugh because someone mentioned Elf, and you're driving in your car, and all of a sudden it's like, here's Elf. I'm like, how did he pull one out of his car? You're ready to go.
I know. I'd been to Kansas City, and you know how do you ever go to small towns and you go to their like Price Chopper or Hy-Vee?
Piggly Wiggly?
What? Yeah, Piggly Wiggly. And you go in and they have like all the cool stuff. You're like, where's this at my store? I can't find all these varieties of Kerrygold butter or whatever. And then in their Price Chopper, they had a whole Christmas setup in the front. And so they had Elf cereal, and that was. So I got multiple boxes, and my teacher won't watch this before we're back at school. So I bought her a box for Christmas, and then I bought a box for my friend's daughters, and then I bought myself a box. So that's what I was doing.
Very good.
You guys were starting to talk about Elf. I'm like, wait, here.
So speaking of Christmas,
now I'm getting a.
Speaking of Christmas, look at this.
I'm getting an echo. Oh, sweet. Oh man. Oh my God. That's beautiful. And then does it have a headphone jack too and everything?
No headphone jack. It has just a speaker.
Okay.
And the USB-C to plug it to charge it, and the
Okay.
power button on the outside.
Okay.
But it's got Mario 1 and then Japanese Mario 2. And is that it? Oh, and then it includes, like, remember the original ball game where it's just the stick guy just kind of juggling?
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
That is cool. I got that, and then that's from my parents. My parents also gave me this. Oh,
what the heck is that?
I don't even have it open yet, but it's the 30th anniversary for Fire Emblem. Of the original Fire Emblem game. They've got a code for it in there, but it has like an old Nintendo Power poster. It has this acrylic cartridge.
Yeah,
that's really cool. It's got a big art book, which is really nice.
Wow.
And there's something else in there too.
Unbelievable. Wow.
Those are the two cool things I got.
Today, speaking of games, I received it at home. I got the Mario game with the 3D World games.
Ooh, very nice.
Yeah, it was on sale on Amazon for $50.
On sale?
Well, you know what I'm saying. Usually it's $60.
No, I mean on sale. It was great. I mean,
oh yeah,
$10 off on a fairly new.
I know.
Nintendo game. I don't care if it is just 3 old games. They don't put stuff on sale much, man.
Right.
$10 is a good deal for them.
Yeah.
Especially for something that's only been out for a short time.
Yep. So I kind of flipped out. I'm like, yeah, I better throw that in my cart right now. So that's there waiting for me. And then we'll be switching out drivers on the way home, but I'll probably do a little bit of gaming then too. But that'll factor into the later meat of our program tonight. So we'll. But there was something else I was going to tell you that I got. I've been really enjoying the stuff that they're coming up with on AC, with the making snowmen. Have you done it much? Have you done any of that?
I haven't played Animal Crossing in a while.
Okay.
At the end of the year, Nintendo sends out, and they just sent it out, I think, last week.
Okay.
An email, and it'll list like how many hours you played this year, which were your favorite games, the ones you played the most.
Right.
And what was really odd is I haven't played Animal Crossing in months, and it was still my number one played game.
Wow.
I just want to show you how much time I put into that game for about 2 months, I think.
Right.
I put so much time into it that it's still ranked my number one played game.
I mean, that's a guarantee freaking T, because there's just no way it's not going to happen. But I've been enjoying making the snowmen. Christine's giving me crap about it because I'm really good at it. But as soon as she tells me, I can't believe you did it again. I'm like, I don't know. I guess I have it down. I don't know. It's not me. It's just, I'm just getting it right. So the last 2 days, I've gotten it wrong. Just as she's like, "Oh, you're so good," and then all of a sudden, I'm so bad for 2 days in a row. Just suck.
I haven't done it. Is there a skill to making these snowmen?
Well, you have to do it right. You have to, if it's not the right digital proportions, it won't give you a large snowflake. It'll go, so close. You're like, son of a, so close. Missed it by that much. So, but yeah. If the body's too small in accordance to the head, I mean, I swore I was dead on today again. And I'm like, so I'm like, okay, I always screwed up one day, and then I did it this morning and he's like, so close. And I'm like, shut up. So I told Christine, I just wish there was something I could bring over and just detonate the ones that aren't any good. Just get out. Just, if you're going to be that particular, I don't need you on the island. Kind of the way I feel about when my island residents come up to me and go, I was thinking about leaving. I'm like, see ya. Piss off. Bye. I mean, I especially right after you give them something. You give them a really cool gift and they're like, yeah, so I'm thinking I got to move on. You're like, yeah, piss off. Get out. Later. Now, this is the first time it's happened, though. The other day, Zell comes up to me and he goes, hey, I'm thinking about leaving. And I'm like, you know what? Don't. If only there was if only I could make my own response, instead of, oh, no, don't leave. You're like, I don't know, just one of those things. You're like, dude, I would just go, dude, ... stay, period. That's what I would say. Dude, stay. And then he'd be like, cool. But no, it's got to be like, oh, no, why don't you stay? Or whatever it says. I don't know. Just seems over the top and dramatic. Kind of like me. Yeah. So anyway, but I've enjoyed doing those. And I love the snow. I wish I could stay all year. That stuff's cool. Shaking the trees to get some ornaments. You have your decorated trees to get ornaments. One of the other funny things, though, is that lots of plants grow. Lots of flowers bloom and grow in the winter. I'm like, this is so weird. How do I have actually more flowers now? It's kind of strange.
Are the trees just brown?
No, in the fall they do turn brown, but now that it's winter, now they're just covered in snow. They're tan and covered with snow, but
okay, that makes sense.
So then some of your pine trees get decorated with lights, and you can shake those, and they get red, blue, or gold ornaments out of them, and you can use those in recipes that you get. So, but anyway, it's neat. It's pretty. I love it. It's winter. I dig winter. So, like the other night, we a bunch of us went out. I went out after everybody had come in and went waist deep in the ocean, and it's freezing. The ocean is freezing.
This is real life, not Animal Crossing.
It's real life. This is not Animal Crossing, which good. Thank you. It could be either one. Could be either one. I would never know that it's cold on AC. But they were whole group of us were going out there, and they're like, we're going to go out and get like waist deep in the ocean. I'm like, it's freezing out there. No, thank you. And then they came back and my brother-in-law said how beautiful it was out there. And so me and someone else walked out there, and they didn't they put a foot in, but they had sweats on, so they weren't going to get in. But I just walked on out into it. It was nice and cold, but it was great to come back in though, because then everything felt very warm,
Oh, yeah.
including the hot tub. But anyway, so enough of me. So no, so that was cool to get the Mario game. That was a favorite moment, favorite post-Christmas moment, outside of getting Elf cereal, of course.
You see what Papa Pete just wrote?
No.
He said he got Animal Crossing for his wife for Christmas, and he hasn't seen a Switch since.
I'll turn on my comments. That's great. Oh, I know what you mean. Oh gosh. Okay, Blake. What's smoldering? What would be? What's smoldering in the? What did he say? I have some weird neighbors. What did he get? He got 4 of what? God dwelling in my madness about my gifts.
Papa Pete, I gotta tell you, you'll have a second Switch in your home pretty soon.
That's going to happen. It happened in my house, Pete. That's exactly what happened. I was told that I needed my own Switch so I could have my own island. So it happened.
There you go. He just said he's getting one for himself.
Yep. Good man. That's the best way to do it. But that's cute that you haven't seen it. Merry Christmas. Hey, what the?
Pete, you should buy the Animal Crossing Switch. That would be hilarious.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I had to put I got my favorite character on mine. I bought a bunch of stickers. I love the game, so I bought her a bunch of stickers for her birthday, and I had to put this one on mine.
Huh. Which one's that?
Fauna.
I haven't seen her.
Oh, she's on my island. She's my cutie. Yeah, she's a sweetheart. Yeah. Yeah, I give her flowers. She's got a place right above mine. So
excellent.
Close proximity.
Yep.
So, and then I find like Boone up there or a Vic up there or one of the other guys. I'm like, hey, boys, what's going on?
Chase them out.
I do. I'm like, get on out of here.
Get your shovel out and start whacking them.
I have. You've done that, right? Accidentally? Yeah, you go up to talk to somebody.
Not accidentally.
Just not close enough. You're like, sorry about that. My big one is the net. I hit him with the net a lot.
Oh, yeah, that's even better.
Oh.
That's so satisfying.
It is satisfying. Especially when they give you a crap gift. Oh, well, thank you for the gift. I don't want to, whatever they say, be impolite, however they say that. They're like, here, have an apron. You're like, yeah, thanks. That's not me at all.
So,
well, I mean, it is me, but.
Thanks for that sleeping bag. I only have 10 of them already.
Oh, sleeping bags. Yeah. The after school jacket is one of my big ones. I get that a lot.
Huh.
Or a basketball tank.
I had 2 arcade games, and I love those because they're just like the Astro City.
They are.
They look just like them because that's the Japanese style arcade. It's awesome.
Exactly. Yeah, I have the Mahjong. I have all 3 of them. There's a green one and a blue one and a red one, right?
I think there might be more. I think I have Mahjong, and then I have maybe a space shoot or something.
Yes, right. And I don't remember what the other one is. I just remember also I was like, what? I looked at somebody's island and I'm like, you got a jukebox? Now I got like 3 of them. It's like, yeah, okay. So much to do in that freaking game. So much to do.
OAB Pete just left. He's got to watch hockey, but Phoenix Rising, Immortals Phoenix Rising.
Yeah.
As far as gaming resolutions, as far as like games to play, that is high on my list. But it's a Ubisoft game, and their games go on sale so quickly. It already dropped from 60 to 40.
Wow.
I'm thinking it'll hit $20 another month or so.
And you'll just get it digitally?
No, I'll get the.
Will you get the cartridge?
Yeah. I always get the cartridge if I can.
Yeah, I guess it just depends on the game. I mean, right? I mean,
I don't have all cartridges. There are a few games like Animal Crossing. I got digital, just because when you're playing Animal Crossing, you're on there every day, and I don't want to try a cartridge every day.
That's such a good point. A good point.
There are a handful I do get digitally if I feel like I'm going to play that a lot.
Right.
I'll do it, but for the most part, I get. Hey, do you have Hades? That's another game I want to play because, I mean, everyone talks about it. It's like, oh my god, this game is so great.
Oh, I know.
It's like the best roguelike game ever.
Yeah, and since we talked about it's the new year coming, that's kind of what we're going to talk about tonight. is what are some of our New Year's resolutions of games to play. So if anybody of all you millions of people checking this out right now, just I know that we may not get to all of them because if there's millions of you out there, we may not get to everybody. But tell us still what it is you got for Christmas that you like. But also let us know some of your New Year's resolutions of games to finally play, games to finish. Do you have a New Year's resolution that includes an old game? Like maybe this is the year that I try to beat Maximum Carnage.
Before maybe Pete left, his gaming list was Cyberpunk, Devil May Cry 5, and Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Oh, I need to get that. That's you know what? That's going to be on my list of resolutions. I'm going to have to write these down. I have a pen and a pad of paper. I could make this papier-mâché. Assassin's Creed, yeah.
Yep, the game come out on the Switch in February, which is right around the corner here. Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury.
Yes.
I'm really interested in that game because of the Bowser's Fury part. I mean, I've played the first game and it was really good, but now they're adding looks like a whole new area or something. So that'll be fun.
Right. Yeah.
Because the game without that is fantastic. So they're adding that. So definitely wait that one. And let me look up. Let me see if I can put it on the screen. I want to look up. There's a game coming out called Balan Wonder World.
Huh.
And it really gives off some Nights into Dreams vibes from the old Sega Saturn.
Gotcha.
All right, let me see if I can put this on there.
Let's see. What else was I talking about?
Here we go.
Oh, that's right.
Okay, here's a Balan Wonderland.
Wow.
Look at this. It's a little choppy.
Yeah.
It's really choppy.
Wow. That is beautiful.
Yeah, it's okay, it's better now that it's smaller.
Kind of. Wow. Who makes that?
Pumpkin
Puncher.
I think is it Square Enix?
Oh, look at that. It's a Yeti. That's my kind of game.
One of the creators is Yuji Naka, which is from Sega. He's out with, I think he's the one that did Night, so I guess that's why it has that feel to it. But yeah, that's a game I can't wait for. That comes out. It's not. I think that might be February or March of next year.
Unbelievable.
That's on. It's Square Enix. I think it might be on a few systems, but it's on Switch definitely.
You know, I just happened to mention it. Again, some of the things that are retro that I'd like to go through, and I just mentioned Shadow of the Colossus. When I bought my PlayStation 2 used years ago, I asked around and asked about some games that were really good to get for that. And that's one of them that I got. I just hadn't made it through all the games because I bought them all in bulk. And by then I already had a bunch of games that I never did. Oh, nice. Nice. Very good.
Speaking of old games that I never finished. Was it PS2, I think? Final Fantasy X. I think it was on that. I never finished it. I got to the final boss and I just couldn't beat the guy, and I never went back to play it.
That happened to me with going. Don't you go up against Mars in the first uh, God? What can I say? God of War game. Do you go up against Mars in the end?
I've never played God of War.
Oh my God! Of War. OMGOW.
That was an Animal Crossing laugh, by the way. You might want to put that game down for a while.
Yeah.
You'll be running around tomorrow hitting people in the heads with your butterfly net.
Sometimes that's what my friend and I do when we have our days on Thursdays when we get together. Sometimes we play a little AC, and that's at some point somebody whips out the net and just goes whack, and then we just start chasing each other and smacking each other. Oh my God! So anyway, Shadow of the Colossus. That's another game. So my list right now. So my New Year's resolution list right now is to get back into some Assassin's Creed on the reg. Kind of my first resolution, I suppose, is to manage my game time. Is to know when I'm going to play, get a set time, and that's when I'm going to play.
If you quit your job, you'd have a lot more time to play.
Oh yeah. Huh.
I don't know if that ever occurred to you.
I'll just take my game to school and get fired, and then I'll have all kinds.
You'll have less games to play, but you'll have plenty of time to play them. Actually, goes hand in hand. It kind of works out.
Now I just can't fit it into all my housework. That's the problem. And then I'm going to do the Super Mario 3D World and Breath of the Wild. Finally, I might get back into the Maximum Carnage game. I've already proven to myself lately that I kind of suck at some of those old school games. So we'll have to see how that happens. And then Shadow of the Colossus. Did I mention that again already?
Yes.
I did. Okay. But Maximum Carnage. Of all you millions out there, I'd love to know if anybody has ever beaten that game.
Is that a Super Nintendo game?
Yeah. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
I think that's on. Isn't that also on 32X?
I don't know.
There's a game coming out next month on Switch and I think other systems too. Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Yeah, I'd love to check that out.
That's a great game. It came out on PS3, digitally only, and it was delisted off of there.
Mm.
So there's no way to even play the game unless you have it downloaded on the PS3.
Right.
But until next month, because it's coming back out, which is awesome, and it's going to come out with all the DLC.
And it's going to come out on what?
Definitely Switch.
Okay.
And I'm not sure what else.
Okay, cool.
Probably PS4, I would think, or PS5, one of the two.
Okay.
Because it originally came out on PS3.
Right. Well, shoot, yeah, if it comes out on the Switch, I'd love to get that. Do you have those books? Were you a fan of the books at all?
No, I didn't know anything about it when I bought it. It just looked cool.
Cool. I mean, but you're aware of the books now and everything.
Yeah, I saw the movie, and then I got the game.
Okay.
And yeah, it's a really good beat 'em up.
I wonder if they have an omnibus. I should look and see if Amazon carries an omnibus of all 6 books. Because they're worthwhile. I mean, it's a really cool book. Let's see, Scott Pilgrim in books. Let's see what happens. Yeah, it might take a second. My internet's not the best. Yeah, Blake, it is a Spider-Man game. It's based on Carnage, Spider-Man Maximum Carnage. And it was just a tough game.
DJC just mentioned that the arcade release for Punch Out and Super Punch Out are on the Switch for $8.
Wow.
That's pretty cool because you don't often get to play. I mean, I don't know if the arcade version's ever been out before the Switch.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think so. I think it was just always the Nintendo and I guess Super Nintendo. And they did a new version for Wii, which is cool.
Wow.
I know one game I want to get is next year is Bravely Default 2 on the Switch.
What's the name of it?
Bravely Default 2.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay.
It's a sequel to a DS game.
Huh.
And what's really cool, though, is you can go download the demo right now on your Switch just to check it out. And it comes out in February or so, somewhere around there.
Wow.
So it's always cool when they give you a demo ahead of time so you can at least you know if you like it or not. I played a little bit of it. It's really good. So
yeah, it's
looking forward to that.
It's a good way to make sure that you're ready to go when you buy it. Instead of you buy it and then you get into it and you're like, did I just waste my money or what?
Yeah, I was playing again anyway because I know the original game, and it's by Square Enix. So I don't think they probably won't put out a stinker. Not with this franchise. This is the third one, and I know the original Bravely Default was Nathan's, my son's, one of his favorite games on the DS. I mean, he really liked that game.
Well, let me ask you this: when we're talking about playing some of these older games, and there's tutorial videos out there now, and there's there's plenty of walkthroughs out there. So do you not like watching those at all, or are you into watching those while you try to learn an old game because you just want to play through the game and have fun?
I always start without looking at them.
Oh, okay.
Then when I get stuck for a while, then I'll go look it up because I just want to play the game. If I don't figure this out, I'm going to stop playing the game, and that'll be it for me. I know it.
Gotcha.
So I'll go and just watch and see how someone else did it, and then I'll go and do it to get through that area.
Cool.
I'm not one of these people. It's like I got to beat it without anything because I just don't care. I just want to play the game.
Yeah, it goes back to you and I, and folks that are in our position with games. Like we just want to play through the game. I don't need it to take a million freaking years.
That's why I like older games coming out now because a lot of times they'll have features where you can rewind the game.
Yeah.
So you can make a mistake, just rewind it. Especially games that were punishing where you die in one hit. It's like, I don't know what adult has time for that stuff.
No, I know. And that's like Hades and other games prior to that, where your goal is you got to die. You're going to die. I mean, that's part of the game. And that, I don't know, it's an interesting, mentality, kind of like I don't quite get the mentality of walking through the desert to find my plane or walking through a city drugged, like I was doing in Uncharted 3. I'm like, okay, I just look woozy and drugged and I'm walking through this city in some other country and I don't get it. I'm just traversing streets and my son's like, oh, it's just part of the experience, Dad. I'm like,
it's all part of the experience.
Like, I don't really care about that part of the experience. So I don't know. It was just kind of interesting. That's one of those things. But anyway, I'll be checking out some walkthroughs and stuff like that to make it through some of these games. I checked out walkthroughs for what is it? It's a PS2. They made 2 of these Sly Cooper. I looked at some of those, and those are cool.
Oh yeah, I guess they're just never making another Sly Cooper game because those are really good and they're just forgotten about now.
There's 3 of them actually, isn't there?
I think so.
Yeah, there's 3 of those, 3 Jack and Daxters, and of course there's what like freaking like 5 action planks by now, or 6. So
Your mic was cut out, and then all of a sudden it sped up really fast.
I love that when that happens.
So
I sound like
JW Durbin said we need to convince Tommy to allow for friend codes
friend codes.
on Amico so we can play online.
Yeah.
I know it's not going to happen for a while, if at all, but because I know he's talking about servers and stuff. But man, if you can just go peer to peer, that's what Nintendo did before they started charging. I mean, you just play off of someone else's internet. One of the two of you, and you go to town. That way, you don't have to worry about servers. There's no extra costs other than the development time.
Yeah.
To implement that.
Interesting.
Yeah. So that'd be cool. DDC also mentioned about playing TurboGrafx Ease 1 and 2. You had that, didn't you?
I
CD?
I know I had the first one, I think.
Well, they're together. It was one disc with both.
Is there 1 and 2? Oh, okay.
Yep, they're both together. Because there's actually
it's familiar.
There's a new Ease game, Ease Origin on the Switch. It's not really new. It's been around for years, but it's new to the Switch. It just got there, and I just nabbed that. Speaking of older games,
Yeah.
Price. It was only like $10.
I was going to say how much. Really? Wow.
It's $20. It was on sale. Might even still be on sale for $10. But what I've played so far, it's a really cool game. If you like, it's an RPG and it is an action RPG. So it's not turn-based. You're running around actually just beating people up.
Wow. I wonder if it's
yeah. And those original 2 games, you had to run. You just ram your body into the enemies and wear them down. Where in Ease Origin, anyway, you actually attack them with your sword, and you can jump, which is kind of cool. You don't see a lot of jumping in RPGs. You can out of the way and like jump over a guy and attack him from behind.
Yeah. Let me see. We were also talking tattoos today, so I got to look into one of those. I just want to be able to play. What did he say? I just want to be able to play versus of Sea Battle, MLB, baseball, and Utopia against other players. Yeah, so many. Yeah, there's so many other great 2-player games. Even all the way just back to like, tanks and biplanes. Just to be able to do that over the internet.
I was thinking too, as far as like things you want to do next year in gaming is like a hardware side. I mentioned this before, but obviously getting the Amico, it's already pre-ordered.
Right.
I really wanted to look into possibly getting a Polymega for old stuff.
That's right. Games. That's right.
Those would both be cool. The Polymega, to be able to play, so many different systems, like so many CD-based systems out of the box. That's pretty appealing. Then you can add several others as you go.
Yeah, I'd like to. One of the things I'd like to do next year for purchases, of course, is the Amico. But outside the Amico is I'd like to purchase the Evercade.
Oh yeah, Evercade.
Yeah, because I like the look of that, and I like the games that are on it.
This is the last one they made.
There's that Phoenix.
Oh yeah, that's on sale right now.
Yeah, $30, 50% off.
Oh wow, it's $30.
Yeah, it's $30. So let me look at it and make sure where it's $30.
On
Best Buy, Amazon, and Target, all $30.
You mentioned Evercade. Look at this. They have 2 Atari Lynx cartridges
Oh, wow.
A system I never played.
Wow.
And yeah, so there's a whole bunch of games between the two of them.
Wow.
That's
That's
what's really cool. That stuff. Yeah, analog duo looks really cool. The only problem with anything analog is that company makes everything in such small quantities, which is so weird to me because they're not even fulfilling the need, like the want of the gamers. If I feel like they can make double of what they make and they could still sell them out.
Yeah.
I don't know why they do that. It's not making them any money if they sold double the amount.
Right.
Maybe they don't have the capability of manufacturing. I don't know.
Maybe they don't have you to tell them that. I don't understand what some companies. I've always had that issue with as I became aware of things in the retail, and why don't you just do this? And I love being educated on that because I think that's one of those things there's a million things I want to ask about that. Also in entertainment, certain things about writing scripts and stuff like that. But yeah, those are questions that you're kind of like, why didn't you just do that? It seems like a
reason. Because they're just leaving
right.
table money, so they must not be able to do it. I don't know why. Maybe they only have so much money to make so many. I don't know.
Yeah. So the Phoenix Rising. I mean, what's it like?
From what I heard, it's like Breath of the Wild, but was it Greek gods? I think.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like. Yeah.
And I've heard some people who weren't thrilled with Breath of the Wild who said they actually liked this a little better. I guess there's maybe more action and less exploring. I'm not sure.
Well, yeah. Wow.
I've heard really good things about it.
These are screenshots from it.
Yeah, it's gotten good reviews, and everyone that has it seems to love it. So I don't know if it's not selling. I assume it's not selling well if they're putting it at 50% off.
Yeah.
It's really odd that it's not selling because I've heard nothing bad about it.
Right. It looks gorgeous. Wow.
Yeah, I remember we were talking about the the At Games Legends Core.
Totally. Yeah.
A little disc that has the ecosystem for At Games and
Didn't you order
100 arcade games? I believe.
Yeah. Didn't you order?
I did order one. Listen to this. So I ordered it. It got to St. Louis Monday, like after midnight.
Yeah.
Still don't have it. It's been sitting in the Hazelwood location for 3 days now.
And you haven't been able to call them because they haven't been open.
I don't even know who to call. I don't.
What's the location? You mean the UPS location?
No, I think it's a post office
Post office?
Hazelwood, yeah. It's just been sitting there. I mean, it went from saying this will be delivered on Monday the 28th to once they miss that date, it just says we've missed the date and we're not sure when it's going to get there.
Maybe they're not done playing it yet.
Yeah, maybe. Give us one more day.
Holy crap! Somebody ordered a core. I'm taking it home for a while. I'll bring it back. Just tell them it's holding.
It's just so frustrating when you see it's in your city and you can't get to it. And they won't.
From where did it originally ship?
I don't know. I'm not sure where it is.
Maybe they're quarantining it.
I'll take the chance.
I'll take the chance.
So I'm really curious about that because I want to try my arcade stick. I want to see if it works with it.
Yeah, I'd call them tomorrow.
Experience right at home.
Yeah, I'd call them tomorrow, man. Make it a Thursday throwdown with the postal department.
Well, I know the mail everywhere is nuts.
Yeah, but it's not that nuts.
Well,
I'm getting stuff.
Well, some stuff like Celia ordered something, and I mean it's been 2 weeks already, and we got a thing saying, "Oh, it'll be coming next week." It's like what? how is this stuff taking so long?
Well,
It's not like stuff was out of stock or anything. It's just
right.
There's just certain things for some reason, poof, it's just gone for a while.
You know what happened? They had it in my thing. They had it in Hazelwood for like 4 days. Then it went to the St. Louis post office.
Oh.
Then came to us.
So you're saying her stuff was in the Hazelwood location, then they sent it to the actual post office for us, and then we finally got it.
Unbelievable. I'm sorry, folks. It's been a crazy day. I was on a jet ski earlier today in the sunshine, and then I went running around with a friend of mine, and then I had dinner, and now I'm like, so as I got an hour difference between us right now. So,
oh, that's right. It's almost 9 o'clock where you're at, right?
Yeah. Not as bad as our English brother, but not that big of a difference, but still a little bit different, when you've been in it. Now you're like, it's later here. There it is there.
Speaking of mail, when I ordered this guy, these 2 cartridges from Evercade, I ordered it from a company in England, who's like the main distributor, because whenever I order those things from Amazon, they cancel my order for some reason. So I ordered for these people. I ordered it on November 18th, and that got delivered December 19th. Meanwhile, I ordered something from Japan. I think it was the Astro City Mini, I think. I got it in like 3 days. Like, what?
I don't,
What's Japan doing that the rest of us can't figure out?
Right.
I mean, that I would expect to take a while, but no, it was here, almost immediately. I couldn't believe when it showed up.
I mean, it's like they have it's like Superman is working in their warehouse and just goes, where's it going? It's going. And then he just throws it out there.
They gave me a date, and they beat the date by like 3 days.
Oh my God.
So
maybe they have some new Japanese satellite technology, and they're beaming it, and it's being replicated over here. And then all you need is a jar full of oil and some iron filings. That's how they did it back in the day.
Evercade is being sold in the U.S. at Best Buy. I didn't know about the games, though. So they're just selling the hardware, but no games. I wonder if the hardware is coming with – I wonder what bundle are they just selling? Because the system itself is $80, but for $100, you get 3 cartridges. Maybe that's the one they're selling.
Yeah, so that's what I'd like to do with one of my gigs is just get one of those.
Who's going to go in and say, "Oh, I'll get that," but wait a minute, you don't have any games for it?
Right.
So it's probably the one that has the 3.
So should I just order it from Amazon, or does anybody have a different? Can when you get the 3 cartridges, they're already pre-chosen 3 cartridges, right?
Yes, they are. They are pre-chosen for you.
Okay.
But I would just do the $100 one. I mean,
$20
more bucks. Because
for
$20 more bucks, you get 3 cartridges.
Right. No, I would totally do that. Yeah, that's absolutely right.
It really is. It's amazing how cheap it is. It's not like some kind of flimsy cheap system.
No,
the hardware is nice.
Into your television,
and it hooks to the television, which is crazy.
So it's like a Switch, basically.
It worked well. And then next year, the rumor is that they're going to come out with an Evercade console only that plugs right into your TV.
It's not the Luma.
It's not the Luma. So you can use the same games for your handheld in the console. And the only reason they're doing that is because there's so many of these games that are 2-player that you can't play 2-player on. I mean, the Evercade is strictly a 1-player system.
Right.
But if they put the console out, now you can plug 2 controllers in. That'd be something to look into because that's some cool stuff.
Yeah, that'd be pretty dang cool.
If I would be, he said a package he sent to you took 7 days. He sent something to me. It's been 18 days now.
Oh, jeez.
Nowhere in sight.
Well,
maybe it's in Japan right now.
It might be. It might be.
Oh, there we go. It's the $100 bundle. Okay, that's one that made the most sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would recommend that to anyone who likes older games. The Evercade is really cool.
Yeah, and what were your 3 cartridges that you got?
Oh man,
Do you remember it all? I mean, I can look it up too. I mean, it's
that's true. We can look up. No, I don't remember.
okay.
Pretty sure one was an Atari collection.
Well, I mean, I've got so many games that I need to check out, but this Immortals just sounds cool. This Phoenix Rising.
Yeah,
I mean, at that price, I'm like, well, if I can get it at that price, that's a good one to get. I may get to it in 2021, but or 2022, but it just depends. I don't know. I might get some skills and kick my ass all the way through. Some of those games. It's not really going to happen. That's just dreamy thoughts.
dreamy.
So ain't gonna happen. I can guarantee you it ain't gonna happen.
Hold on one second. Entertain the troops, Stuart. I'm gonna grab that box real quick and see if it says.
Oh, okay, cool.
I don't see it on their website.
Oh, okay. Evercade bundle. I'll take a look at it and see what I can find out. Fun stock from England. The Evercade, the premium from England, if you buy it from there, it's $109, and that's the white. And it comes with, I thought it came with an Atari cartridge. So it comes with an Atari cartridge, an Interplay Collection 1, and Namco Museum Collection 1. Namco Museum has a bunch of Pac-Man. It has, let's see, is that Galaxian on there?
Did it say which ones came with it?
Yeah, you get the Namco Museum 1, you get the Atari Collection 1, and you also get
Interplay
1. So, yeah. Yeah, it's a slick looking unit. But yeah, the Namco looks like it has Pac-Man, Quad Challenge, Libble Rabble, Star Luster, Galaxian, Metal Marines, Mappy,
Oh, I love that.
Battle Cars, Xevious, and Mappy Kids.
See, here's mine.
Yeah. Yeah.
And here's the little HDMI. Goes right up to the TV.
Yes. So I'd have to make. Well, I mean, hey, let me ask you a question. Does your switch cable plug into that?
What do you mean? The
cable that does HDMI to your television from your, is it a different plug?
You need, I think it comes with it, but you need this little mini adapter.
Yeah, I'm sure it comes with one, but I'm just saying if you wanted to do it that way, does it not?
I mean, once you have the adapter plugged in, you can just use any HDMI.
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, I'm just looking at this box here.
And it looks like the Interplay has Earthworm Jim, Clay Fighter, Boogerman, Titan, Incantation, and Battle Chess.
Lance Jennings says the Amazon version comes with Data East collection instead of Namco.
See, that's what I was wondering. I didn't think this sounded exactly right.
So it depends. Get it from Fun Stock in England. I mean, it takes a while to get there, but they're a pretty good company to deal with. So I guess it depends. Do you want Namco Museum or do you want Data East?
Yeah, right. Well, I already have, I just got those Namcos on the PS2. I just got that Namco collection. So I probably want to go with the Data East.
Yeah, so just order from Amazon and
Yeah.
that,
And then
that'd
I
be
guess
smart.
the Atari game looks like it has Centipede, Missile Command, Motor. I almost said Moto Psycho. 'Cause that's a Megadeth song that I love. Motor Psycho, Ninja Golf, Ninja Golf. How do you play golf as a ninja? You'd be cutting them in half every time with your sword. You got a katana, and you don't even have a chance to say four. It just splits in half. Canyon Bomber, Steeplechase, Aqua Venture, Adventure, Crystal Castles,
Which
Alien.
asteroids does that have? 2600 or 7800?
Doesn't say it, just says it has asteroids.
Because the
And
7800 version of asteroids is terrific.
It's got multiple colors. Did the one for the 26 have multiple colors?
Yeah.
It did, didn't it? Yeah. Because that's what it's showing here is it's right there in the over there. So I don't know.
Yeah, it's a 720p out.
Wow.
For these games.
Wow. Desert Falcon, I never heard of that one.
That's a cool thing. There's a lot of I would say most of these games on these cartridges I've never even heard of.
Yeah, what about Double Dunk for the Atari? I've never heard of that. And there's Sword Quest and Yar's Return.
I've never played that either.
There's another good reason for me to get one of those now. The Pac-Man looks pretty cool from the Namco collection. It's like straight off the machine, the old arcade.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. So it does sound like I'm going to go. I'll probably go ahead and order that Phoenix game while it's cheap.
All right, you'll have to let me know how it is because I've got too much other stuff right now, so I'm gonna hold out for $20.
You think it's going to go to 20?
Oh yeah, I mean it might be 2 or 3 months, but it'll go there eventually.
Okay.
You said it's at 30 right now.
Yeah, it's a 30. So
I mean that's a really good deal, though. I mean,
I know that's why I'm like.
I mean, even if in 3 months it goes to 20, I mean, that's only $10, and you've played the game for that long. So
yeah, it's like you rented it for $10.
Yeah,
but yeah, interesting. That's gonna be. I love video games. I love them. I love playing them. It's just the time. I'm having a tough time with time. I don't know who else of over millions of viewers out there that have that issue. Hey, by the way, as we're getting ready, we'll get ready. We should wrap this up. Is there anything else we want to talk about real quick?
I just want to thank the chat for a good first year for us on YouTube. I mean, we've only been around for 7 months?
Yeah, and I guess you're right. This is a great way to send off to the new year by thanking, yes, absolutely, everybody who's come in on the chats, everybody who's been on the show, including your mom.
That's right. Your son.
Thank you, June, for hopping in. Nintendo Kid for our first interview.
Yeah. Snestastic Pete.
Yeah.
Tommy twice. Tommy Tellerico twice.
Yeah. And why am I blanking? From Canada, our French friend.
Francois?
Yeah, Francois that we had. Yeah. Lance, big thanks to you on all of it. And again, always for bringing up things that are right in my I hate to use the word, but it's true, wheelhouse. Always bringing up stuff that I'm like, wow, really? How does he know me this well? It's always so crazy. And Pete, it's always great going tit for tat, And
Pete, you really should get a second Switch for yourself. You can't have one copy of Animal Crossing and only one Switch in the house.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that in the new year to hear that
Yeah,
you got.
you're gonna need to get your own, Pete.
So Pete, when you get it, will you get AC and have your own island? That's what I'm eager to know. And then it's a bear to move all your stuff from one island to another. That isn't an easy thing because you can't. The thing that sucks about it is you can't do it right away. You have to wait that whole like first week or so until you get everything established because you can't go visit other islands, anything like that. It's a bear.
Yeah. Maybe these are our two biggest topics this year: McRib and
man.
Rise of the Skywalker.
Oh, Lance. Lance, you know those are two of my least favorite subjects, but it's so funny that you mentioned them both. I love it.
I think on the show, the Christmas show, I think I gave an update to the McRib. Or was that 2 weeks ago?
You
Okay,
did.
yeah.
I was so, watching the Christmas show, I will say this. I don't ever want to not be on my show because I'm like, man, there were so many things I wanted to throw down about. And it's not necessarily just the Star Wars moments, but just so many things, you guys would talk about it. And I don't know, was there a big lag between when you get the message, when the message is sent and when you actually get it? Or I just couldn't get it figured out. I was like,
I don't know. I mean, like, I'm not sure when people are sending them.
Yeah.
So no way on this end, there's no way to know.
Gotcha.
If there's a lag.
Right.
And then,
I was like, oh, man.
And it's
I was
also
trying to stay in the show as much as I could.
What's also hard is sometimes people have a comment, but we're talking about something else.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden the topic gets switched. And it's like, well, the comment really doesn't make sense anymore. It's like, I can't really, what's the point of putting it on? It doesn't make any sense anymore.
You're like,
I always feel bad for people like, oh, put something up there. And if you can't get it in while you're talking about it, then it's almost like a dead comment at that point, which is unfortunate.
Right. Yeah, it's kind of wild how fast the conversation goes and morphs. And then even some if you have a few different people in the show and how they don't even pay attention to it. They didn't even see it. They didn't get it. And then that, like you said, they move it on and then you put that up there and they're like, what's that about? You're like, okay, you must have totally missed it.
That's what's crazy. So yeah, we just started the channel in June and we've met a ton of good people here in the chat and on the actual channel itself and other people's channels.
Yeah, it's good to meet some of those lasting friends. I mean, these are folks I will call lasting friends because they're really cool folks. I mean, they're
willing to listen to us for an hour
and willing to have us help them.
I mean, my wife's sitting right here. She's not even listening to us.
She's listening to me.
I always listen to you, Stu.
See?
And she's tuning my voice out. Maybe if I did a different voice, she wouldn't recognize it, and then she'd listen.
Now, wait. Have I been doing it again? I'm looking at my camera and not at the screen. Have I missed Perry in our show yet?
Perry made an appearance in the pre-show.
Yeah. Jingle Perry.
Yes. Oh, Bob Pete's wife says hello to Celia.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Saw her on the show the other night, so that was cool.
We should do a show because I was laughing because it was me and my wife, Pete and his wife, and then Bar was there. I said, Bar, if you could get your wife on the show, this would be like an episode of Tattletales, the old game show.
Yeah.
We should do that for an episode.
Yeah.
Maybe have you, me, and Papa Pete and all three wives. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, that would be great. Yeah. Well, I mean, and we definitely can do that on a movie night. I mean, my wife will throw down on movie nights. She,
Yeah.
you know, she could easily throw down on a movie night.
I told Pete have his wife come on whenever she wants for a movie night because those are fun shows.
Yeah, absolutely. And thank you, Blake. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that.
This is one of my favorite lines of all time from a TV show. As God is my witness, I thought turkeys could fly.
See what I mean? Lance is getting into my WKRP brain. Oh, I just said I had a pea brain. Oh, God. Yeah, that's classic. That is classic. I was just talking about that. This WKRP this morning, Lance. That's so weird that you mentioned it. Because we were talking about licensing for movies and soundtracks and stuff like that, and that came up because I own that first season where they changed all the music.
Yeah,
they also did
my parents gave it to me
as well.
My parents gave it to me for Christmas years ago, and as soon as I put in the first episode, I was like, "This isn't right.
That's not right.
That's not even the right song. What's going on?" Yeah, and I looked into it. They couldn't get the rights. They just made one DVD, and I think they just shut the whole thing down because who wants WKRP without the music?
I mean, I think eventually one day it'll happen, but that's like I wish they would finally. Reruns. What's that?
I don't even think they can show reruns because of that.
I would assume not. We'll have to. This is one of those things. I'm going to write this down because, folks, to all you millions of folks out there watching, I want to make a promise that this year I'm going to have a notepad next to me in 2021, and I'm going to write down some of these things. And as we go through and don't have answers, then I want to take the first couple of minutes of every show to make sure that we go, here's an update on this idea, and here's an update on this. So we'll be doing that. So just more responsibility. What the hell? So, but I do care about those answers. I want to know, and I want to do some research and get back to you on it, so you don't have to. We're like scrubbing bubbles.
Great commercial.
Yeah, no doubt. A complete set of fake amiibo. Oh no, and they work.
It's funny. Wow. I bought a bunch of amiibo cards like years ago, and I forgot about them. And then Animal Crossing for the Switch came out, and you can use those cards. So we were getting them out, trying to scan them. I mean, a lot of them don't work. Not because there's something wrong with it, but they don't put all the characters in the game, so it has to be a character that's programmed into the game to work.
Right. Wow. Interesting. I bought one of those Infinity figures. Did I tell you? I told you about that, right? I found the Thor one, and it was really. I love those figures.
Oh no, I don't think you did.
And they look really cool. And I found. I found one on Amazon. I think it was pretty cheap. And then I went to a thrift store, and they had another one, so I bought it too. I was like, that's so cool. So I have one in the kitchen with all my Thor stuff in my kitchen in the Viking. So
if you look right here, I've got see 3 shelves. You can't see the bottom shelf, but these 3 are just filled with amiibo.
Wow.
Because I just like the little figures. They're so cool.
I know. The crafting on them is awesome.
And they're getting better. I mean, they don't do many anymore, but the ones they do, they're so much better than the first year they put them out.
Wow.
They're a lot more detail. And the one cool thing, they keep announcing new characters for Smash Brothers. And the thing you remember, every time they announce a new character, it's like, well, that means it's going to be an amiibo, because for Smash, they do an amiibo of every single fighter.
Wow.
Which is awesome.
Man.
I love that.
I love it.
Love it.
All right. Well, we'll have to figure out.
Anything left to say? Are we done?
We got to figure out what we're going to do for our next few shows, because we'll have another movie show I think what we were talking about doing is, I think this coming month, in January, we were discussing starting with a Rocky movie program. And then I think the next month, in honor of Super Bowl and stuff, we were going to be talking about football movies and sports movies.
Oh yeah, I think I have sports movies written down here.
Yeah. So I was thinking we'd do Rocky next month, and we're going to do, even though it's kind of a sport still, but because of the Super Bowl in February, unless you want to flip that, maybe we ought to flip it. Maybe we ought to do, here we are having a meeting on our show. So we'll talk about that. But if you have some other ideas for movies that you'd like us to talk about, if we feel that we're capable of giving it a good shot, let us know, and we will do our best. That'll be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to interacting more in 2021 with the millions of folks that are watching.
I'll have to ask. I don't know if Pop Pete remembers, but I thought he mentioned a category for a movie show.
Okay.
I can't remember if he did or it was somebody else.
And hey, thank you to everybody who subscribed. We gave it a great shot. We were very much on our way to 200. And if you want to help, we want to get some more subscriptions, that'd be great. Talk to your friends, talk to your family. That'd be a New Year's resolution for you, is to have them subscribe. And we could break 200. We would love that. We would love that.
I got to laugh because, wait, who was it here? Hey, Retro Advisory Board's here. How you doing? Happy New Year's. This cracked me up. Football scenes in MASH. Is MASH a football movie?
Yeah. No. Although it was a very physical movie, I wouldn't say no. We're back to the Die Hard being a Christmas movie.
Well, for the sports movies, I'm definitely going to bring up my two favorite baseball movies.
Oh, okay.
If you're a baseball movie fan or a baseball fan that I am, I don't like too many baseball movies. Very few.
I'll be interested in. I'm going to be writing a few down, and I will write a few down, and I'll be eager to know if they're on your list of good or bad. So I'll have a list together. But then, in honor of Super Bowl, we'll be definitely highlighting some. We'll definitely be highlighting some football movies. So
we're gonna do sports with football. We're gonna have to do it, I guess, late January, because Super Bowl is what, first week of February.
Yeah, and that's what I was talking about. We hit like the third week is our movie night. So I figured right there in the middle of the month, or third week of the month, we'd do the football one, which would be like 2 weeks before Super Bowl. So
here's a spoiler. Lance Jennings just named one of my two favorite baseball movies.
Uh-oh. And here's a spoiler. The Packers are going to win.
Are they still playing football?
Yes, Jeff. Celia, I told you to wake him up sooner.
I haven't watched the game in probably 5 years.
And I'm proud of you.
Maybe longer.
That's a way to stick to your guns, bro. And I know you've given me the reasons why. And totally valid. And I feel it's sad that some of my friends who really enjoyed watching that game aren't watching that game. I don't watch it, but it's only because where do I watch it? I'm just getting tired of it's on this. Do you have this to watch it? Do you have this to watch it? I'm like, it's such a horror game now that I don't know where to follow it.
One thing before we go. Shoot, I forgot it. I just had it.
We were talking about movies. We were talking about football. Talking about cheese. Nope, never were talking about cheese.
Football. I don't know.
Yeah.
I forgot it in 10 seconds. How's that possible?
Dude, I don't know. I do it all the time. I don't know how it happens. It just does. Just does. I don't love you any less. So
I don't know. I don't
take
know what
that
I'm
to.
talking about. Oh well.
So anyway, so next week we'll see you we'll see you next year, is what it comes down to. We'll see you next year.
Yeah, it'll be what, January 4th or something. I don't know.
No, I think it'll be January 5th. Yeah.
5th.
No, 6th.
Okay.
Because I have a gig on the 7th.
Okay.
And that's Thursday. So yeah, it'll be January 6th. Yep. It's crazy. So a happy new year to everybody.
Yep. Happy New Year.
So you know what? When it hits midnight tomorrow, just yell for the millions of you out there, gogamego. So just yell that really loud.
Gogamego.
Go. Gogamego. And then give somebody a big old smooch. So that's how it all happens. It's just that easy. It's just that easy. And if you're having trouble with that, I'll come up with a diagram. I'll put it on our Facebook page, and you'll know exactly what to do. So
and if Papa Pete was here right now, what would he say, Stuart?
We are go game gone.